Hello there everybody, and welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. Now, we know that Ahsoka Tano is going to be the next Galactic Legend coming to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes within the next 3 or 4 months, before the end of the year really. And that's very, very exciting. So, with all of this exciting announcements of the news and what's going on in the game, with Ahsoka Tano and Ahsoka content coming to the game, me and my friends on stream, the chat, we decided to come up with a bunch of what we think of the requirements would be. We talked about Grand Admiral Thrawn as a counter GL and all that kind of stuff. So in this video, we're going to be going over the requirements that we think could potentially come for both Ahsoka and Grand Admiral Thrawn. I made some graphics and we'll be showing them on screen, so get your screenshots ready, I suppose, if you're interested. So if that sounds fun to you, drop a like and subscribe. And if you want to see me suffer more often on this channel, because I seem to do that a lot, you're definitely going to want to subscribe. I suffer all the time, so if you want to see that might be funny, do that. Anyways, we're going to get right into it. So, as you can see here, in my Discord server, made a whole list. We were kind of debating things, moving some relic levels around, which we'll talk about these lists in a minute, but I want to get to the graphics first. So, I am going to move my camera slightly out of the way so you can see the full graphic. But Ahsoka Tano, I'm saying her name is going to be Ronin because I think that would be really cool is for her ult if they had her start off as her gray attire, as you see right there, and her ult transforms her into her white attire, kind of similar to Jedi Master Luke. That's kind of what I envisioned the ult for this to be. So I didn't want to just say Ahsoka the White or something like that, because it has to be something different. So I figured that'd be something fun. She definitely would be an unaligned force user, probably Phoenix tag. She's a leader, and I think they should introduce the New Republic tag. Long past time, honestly, since that should have been introduced. The New Republic's been around in Star Wars media for a while now, so I think it's time we get around to it. And this here, I need to specify is if we do not get Grand Admiral Thrawn as a Galactic Legend. I know you can see Thrawn. I know you see him poking out, like right here. I know you see it. But this is... I made 2 Ahsoka graphics. This is if there is no counter Grand Admiral Thrawn. The issue with there not being a counter Grand Admiral Thrawn is because the Grand Admiral Thrawn in the game that we already have... Sorry, I was doing some research on a ship here. Hold on. But the Grand Admiral Thrawn that we already have in the game is based off of the Ahsoka appearance. They updated it after Ahsoka. This is no longer the animated look for him. So if they were to make a Grand Admiral Thrawn, they would either need to change this back to the animated appearance and then make this the Galactic Legend, or they would have to keep this and then make the new Thrawn a different appearance, which would be maybe his battle armor or something like that, or an appearance from the Heir to the Empire movie that they're making. So something along those lines, but something needs to be distinctly different. So if they don't make something different and they just do some other Dark Side Galactic Legend next year, like Darth Tyrannus or something like that, then this is what I think the requirements will be. Plo Koon Relic 7. Now, Plo Koon's coming in a few Lightspeed bundles, so some people are going to have him. So just making his relic requirement higher for the squad probably wouldn't hurt. And then we also move into Captain Rex. Now, again, 5 was in a relic or a Lightspeed bundle, and obviously you see gas here. So getting Rex up and kind of having it mixed together with gas just seems like a nice thing to do. Relic 3, I think I had a lot of higher relic levels for this Galactic Legend, so I wanted to try and lower it as much as I could. And there's a few on here that I was like, there's only a few on here, I should say, that I could realistically see being a lower relic level. So I just left him at R3. But General Skywalker R8. The reason I chose General Skywalker at R8 is because, well, one, everyone has Jedi Knight Anakin already relicked up, so I don't think they're going to do Jedi Knight Anakin. Plus, we also saw that both appearances of Anakin were in Ahsoka. Spoilers. But if we go over to a certain journey, Galactic Legends, to Lord Vader, you can see that gas is in here at Relic 8. And I think that if they tried to do some overlapping here with Lord Vader and the new Galactic Legend, some people might actually be more inclined to get Lord Vader. And again, we see there's ARC Trooper at Relic 8 in here, which is another 501st, and then 501st Echo as well. So by giving the requirement of a Relic through Rex, you're getting you on the road, but you want him to be higher relic level anyways if you try and tie it in with Lord Vader more often, or a little bit more frequently, I suppose. Really just trying to tie these two together. Anakin, Ahsoka, overlapping requirements with Lord Vader to build a little bit of a farming path with, I suppose. Next up is Clone Wars Chewbacca. It's just a throwaway relic level. This Clone Wars Chewbacca appearance is based off of the episode with Ahsoka getting hunted, and Chewbacca is there. So Chewbacca kind of works with Ahsoka a bit. So if Clone Wars Chewie is ever going to be needed for something, it's going to be this. So there we go. And then next up we have Hera, Syndulla, Sabine, Wren, and Chopper, the OG Phoenix crew. Now it makes sense for the OG Phoenix crew to be requirements for sure. However, we already have them at Relic 5 because of Lightspeed bundles, I'm pretty sure. Or is it Relic 3? I don't know. Relic 5, Relic 3, whatever. We have lower light levels because of Lightspeed bundles. So, we got to take these Phoenix characters to a higher Relic level for a Galactic Legend. So, that's what I think we should do there. Obviously, Ahsoka Tano, the baby Ahsoka, is already confirmed to be an R9. I don't believe they would do another R9 for a Galactic Legend. I believe it's hopefully only going to be one. If I had to pick an R9, it'd probably be Gas. But I hope that's only I hope that's the only R9. I really do. Next up, we have the Night Troopers. The Night Troopers are confirmed to be coming to the game, basically, at this point. So I assume they're going to be needed for Ahsoka. Morgan Elsbeth. Again, now this is without a Thrawn Galactic Legend. Morgan Elsbeth would do a lot for Night Troopers, I assume, because they tie in, obviously, together. And with Night Sisters. And we'll see what I talk about with Thrawn in a bit, but specifically having another Night Sister character that's actually good and actually usable is very, very good for that squad. I mean, the Night Sisters are pretty good, but I'd like to see more variety. I'd like to see a lot more good options for the Night Sisters. Shin Hati and Baylan Skoll, they have to be marquees together. They have to be together. If you do Baylan as a conquest unit and then Shin as a marquee, that would not make sense. You can't do them both as conquest. You gotta make them both marquees. It has to be both marquees. Next up, Fulcrum R3. I don't think too many people have Fulcrum reliced up, so I think just getting a lower level Ahsoka requirement filled in here wouldn't hurt. Again, a lot of higher relic levels on these Galactic Legends, so I was trying to kind of keep it somewhat low with a few of them, so I ended up with Fulcrum at R3. Now, Ventress here, Lightspeed bundle character, lots of history with Ahsoka, and obviously we're talking about Night Sisters a little bit here with Morgan Elsbeth and the Night Troopers. It makes sense to have another Night Sister character that's interacted with Ahsoka as a requirement here. And finally, Barriss Offee, R3. Do I need to say more? Barriss isn't really required for anything. So is Plo Koon. I forgot to say that. Plo Koon and Barriss Offee aren't really required for anything. So them with Clone Wars Chewbacca kind of makes this a really good requirement. I don't believe Fulcrum was required for anything either. So with all of these things combined, you're getting a lot of requirements that you necessarily wouldn't have had otherwise with this Galactic Legend. And again, we're also tying this into Lord Vader. We're tying this into the Phoenix. We're taking Lightspeed bundles into account. So let me know what you guys think about this. Now, if we are to get a Thrawn Galactic Legend after Ahsoka Tano, the only real changes is Huyang, General Syndulla, and Sabine. So I say we get a new Huyang, Relic 5, great for the Ahsoka squad. I would love to see that. General Syndulla, you can't take the current Hera away from the Phoenix squad. You just can't do it unless you make a better leader for the Phoenix team. So in that case, I think we need a new Hera so that we can put Hera on the Ahsoka team and Sabine with a lightsaber probably, and maybe her helmet on. I really would like a Sabine with her helmet on. I mean, I guess technically the version we have in game kind of has her helmet on when she fights, but her helmet's off in the screen, isn't it? So I guess technically that's with her helmet off. So you can argue that. I would like to see maybe the reverse. Maybe her helmet's off when she has the lightsaber, but then in the menu she has the helmet on wherever it is. Yeah. So yeah, maybe whenever she's in the menu she has her helmet on, and then when she's fighting she has it off. Just to make some distinction there, I suppose. But Huyang Relic 5 and these two at Relic 7. New units, would like to see them, be used, I suppose. And so now we're talking about Grand Admiral Thrawn. So this is the Thrawn thing I came up with. I'm curious to see what you guys think about it. I just call him Heir to the Empire Thrawn. I didn't really know what else to go with. And again, as I said before, you're definitely going to need a different appearance because the appearance that we already have in the game is the appearance based off of Ahsoka. we're going to need a different appearance for Thrawn here. So just throwing that out there. This image is kind of a placeholder. I don't know what they'll do with it. They could wait another year until after the Heir to the Empire movie comes out. We'll see what happens, but these are the requirements. So Darth Vader, R7. I mean, straight to the point. A lot of people will have Darth Vader already. I think this is more of a freebie one because, I mean, Thrawn and Vader are kind of go well together. But Emperor Palpatine R8, I needed some difficult requirements here because I felt like not a lot of these were super hard to get or super unreasonable. There's a few of them that are going to be super difficult, but I think a lot of them are not really that unreasonable. So I figured R8 on Palpatine and on Grand Moff Tarkin wouldn't hurt. And again, tying that into Lord Vader with Grand Moff Tarkin right there, I'm trying to create some sort of triangle, make Lord Vader a character that people would actually have a reason to go get. And whether it's because he's good or not, or because it actually is just close because of other requirements, I don't know. Just realistically, there's a lot you can do with tying in Lord Vader to these two Galactic Legends. TIE Defender, so he is in charge and responsible. Him and Morgan Elsbeth were responsible for the TIE Defender project. So definitely makes sense for a ship to be in here. I said 70k power, just as like a really powerful ship. I don't know. You could mess around with that. I don't know if you just want to be 7 stars or what, but you could mess around with that quite a bit. Because if you do 70k power, then that's also a soft requirement of Iden Versio relics. Kind of like how they did with the Leviathan and Fury class interceptors. Like, well, you need Malgus, and you need Malgus to be good so you can have the Fury class interceptor, right? So there you go. Next up, Kanan Jarrus. We had Sabine, Hera, and Chopper in the other on Ahsoka. So I put Kanan and Ezra in here. Kanan at R5, Ezra R7 because he killed, well, he banished Thrawn, I should say. And then the Imperial Probe Droid. So I was really struggling with like, I don't feel like there's a lot of hard requirements here. I feel like TIE Defender, sure. Grand Moff Tarkin, Relic 8, sure. But I feel like a lot of these weren't super difficult. So I was like, Imperial Probe Droid isn't used for very much in the game right now. Thrawn deployed a lot of Imperial probe droids, and I think that's a good requirement. Unfortunately, it would be a pain to have to get that, but I think realistically, CG would probably do this. I hope you guys are realizing I'm trying to accurately predict this. I'm not just saying what I want it to be. Well, kind of, but I'm trying to accurately predict this. So for new marquees, we have Captain Enoch, Morgan Elsbeth, Shin, and Balin. Only real one here is Captain Enoch, and Night Troopers is on here because I think they'll be like the same. I think they'll both be requirements for both Galactic Legends if they did both. However, the Night Troopers are here are Relic 7 instead of Relic 5, and Captain Enoch at Relic 5 as well. Just to kind of get a base trooper. That'd be kind of nice to have Enoch in the game. Grand Admiral Thrawn, self-explanatory. I mean, people have him at like Relic 5, Relic 6, or whatever. Just upgrade a Relic level, I suppose. Death Troopers were rocking with Thrawn for a bit. Relic 5. And Dark Trooper, Thrawn beat up a lot of Dark Troopers, or training troopers, I should say. Dark Trooper isn't currently required for anything. I don't know if Death Trooper is off the top of my head. But those are some nice Imperial Trooper units that could be tied quite well into Thrawn. And I also want to mention that I did put the Night Sister tag with Thrawn. Obviously, he is not a Night Sister, but I wanted to emphasize that maybe he'll have Night Sister synergy with Morgan Elsbeth. If we go back and we look at the lists that I was talking about here, we were talking about putting in Marok or the Great Mothers. That's more Night Sister stuff, so would have liked to see some Night Sister synergy. Another thing I would like to address, these are off of the graphics, is I do believe Ezra is going to be a conquest unit. The whole point of the show is trying to find Ezra. We're getting this squad going to try and find Ezra and unlock Ezra specifically. So I feel like that more lends itself to a conquest lifter than well, maybe not even a lifter, but just a conquest unit than perhaps anyone else would have. And I couldn't really find a way to fit in Hermit Ezra other than taking off, like, I don't want to take off Hu Yang or Hera. Like, the only one I could have taken off would be Hera. And I feel like Ezra's more of a conquest character than... The new Ezra would be more of a conquest character than that. So I'd like to have seen that. And we were almost put the T6 shuttle on here because I thought that there was a chase event that was leaked a month ago to come out. Apparently I was wrong. I don't know. Apparently there's not a chase event. I thought there was for some reason. So Maybe sometime in the future we could get Hu Yang as a pilot with Ahsoka Tano, Fulcrum, and General Syndulla as pilots here for, well, yeah, probably General Syndulla, because Hera is going to be flying the Ghost, so we don't need 2 Ghosts, so we can put General Syndulla in here. So that'd be kind of fun. And for GL Thrawn, I think the Eye of Sion as a capital ship sometime in that area would be really fun. You can have Morgan Elsbeth and Balin and Shin. Actually, probably Morgan Elsbeth and Balin be the pilots, or well, I guess you need 1 because it's a capital ship, right? So if it's a capital ship, because this is, I was thinking of the T6 shuttle. Capital ship, Morgan Elsbeth would probably be the fleet commander for that. So that's kind of what I came up with. Ahsoka Tano and Grand Admiral Thrawn. Let me know what you guys thought about these graphics as well. I'd like to keep doing these, improve upon these. I whipped these up in like an hour and a half, so I mean, it wasn't super long time, but I could definitely do better. So if you guys are interested in seeing more stuff like this, let me know in the comment section down below. And if you do agree with me, what would you change about this? What would you do differently? If you're interested in seeing all the lists and all the slight changes I made, let me know in the Discord server. Running through this real quick, I think I didn't mention that I didn't say Old Man Rex because of Leia. What else did I not say? I think I said everything else. Yeah. All right. Well, that's pretty much the end of the video. I just wanted to say I can't use Old Man Rex because of Leia. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.